My name is Kelson Eisline, and I'm Cash Coda, and we're the Roundup video production team. To start off, we were successful in the past for about 6 years now. We made it to nationals every single one of those years. And the reason for that is because we've had 2 veterans every year and 2 freshmen coming up. So every time that we have a new team each year, we're always having 2 kids that are experienced teaching those younger kids. And after those younger kids get experience after 2 years, the older ones graduate and they move on, and the younger ones get to teach 2 new kids.
So when coming up for a idea for video production, brainstorming is really important, and no ideas are bad necessarily. So whatever idea that you have, write it down and see if it works out for your video. And for the 2 younger kids that are coming up, the main thing is learning how to do all the systems and the processing of the video and editing. And then the main key of making the video is scheduling. Like our team last year was really busy in the fall, so we had to schedule our meetings and make sure that everybody was on page so that we could get the video done and make sure it was perfect.
Video production is basically just a team event of 2 to 4 members. We make a video on a certain topic each year. That's a new topic. Everyone in the nation gets the same topic. It's a 3 to 5 minute video, and some of the biggest guidelines are like there's deadlines, and you have to submit all your stuff digitally, including your video, release forms, even storyboards and stuff like that. And then there's a whole process to it. You walk in, and it's a judged event, so there's going to be 2 to 3 judges sitting there and a proctor. You hand all your forms to the proctor. You get 3 minutes for setup. You set up all your equipment, projector, speaker, computer, and then you get 10 minutes for your presentation. Usually we do PowerPoint. In the past we have, and you just explain how you made the video, what you used to make the video, playing, and then you get 3 minutes for wrap up, and that's after the judges ask their questions. The judges get 5 minutes, so it's about 15 minutes overall for the presentation. This year's topic is tire safety. Last year's was underage drinking, so there's very diverse topics. I mean, underage drinking is a lot more broad than tire safety. You usually make a logo and a slogan. That was a new rule last year. You have to make a logo, you have to include it in your video, and then tie everything together with a tagline or slogan. There's a new rule this year. It's at nationals, instead of playing your video that you've made and worked on the whole year, you get 3 hours for the finalists, top 12 in the nation. If you make the finalists part of the competition, you get 3 hours to make a totally new video, and you have to go to the room with everybody in it and edit all your video, all your pictures and everything, and make a totally new video that's 1 minute long, and then that'll be part of your final score. Usually our team in the past has dressed the same, so we match. Usually guys wear ties in black, and girls wear black and then undershirts that are matching the ties.
So some of the equipment needed for video production is a camera and a tripod to get your contemporary shots, and then also the tripod to stabilize your interviews. And then a green screen is a good component to have if you want to do different backgrounds for your video. And the 2 editing programs are Final Cut Pro and then Adobe Premiere Pro. Either one is a pretty good program, and both work for editing your video. Projector and speaker are used in the presentation, and then usually just project on a screen or a wall. And then a laptop for all your video and contemporary shots and also your editing programs. And then always bring extension cords, because you don't know where the outlets are in the room, and sometimes your cords don't reach the outlets. So now we're going to show our video on last year.
In one word, poor. Harmful would be another word. I think of usually car wrecks.
how most people who make this choice end up driving, not thinking what can happen.
Car accident. Yeah.
I think of car accident. Just the idea that you could be the one responsible for taking a life.
Teenagers.
Rex. There's a reason why the drinking age is set to where it is, because obviously when people aren't old enough to make the right decision.
Like the laws, that stuff.
Melanie, I mean, I've seen some people go down that road.
Regret.
Seriously though, regret. Like right now, I don't even understand who I am, what I'm going through and everything. I just feel like adding something that messes with your judgment is not a good thing, because when you're young, you just don't have good judgment as it is.
Car accidents, that's not one word, but I just think of like people driving and then, because not smart, underage drinking. So, it's a car accident.
I think children dying too early. That's what I think of. I see, when you say underage drinking, I see a car accident, and I see a bunch of high school kids standing around with dead friends, and I see cops having to tell their parents that their children are dead. That's what I think of when you say underage drinking.
I guess mainly, as a fireman, you kind of look at like every time there's something going on, like homecoming or something, you think kids are going to do stupid things and somebody's going to have an accident behind it. But I remember hooking up like a defibrillator and telling you that you had to rehook it up because there's actually no electrical life in the guy's body whatsoever. And when you do something like that, it changes everything, because you can't look at their parents anymore. On the way out there, everybody's like kind of going through scenarios in their head saying, okay, we need to extricate, you're going to do these steps, I'm going to do these steps. So you're really pre-planning when you think it's that. And then you get yourself ready. You're hoping it's not your family, not your friends' family. You're getting yourself psyched up for bad news. It's not worth it. Nothing good comes from underage drinking. Even if it's not a car wreck scenario, you go to parties, you get sick. Alcohol poisoning isn't something that can happen to somebody. Nobody comes out of underage drinking, or drinking period, when they get so drunk that they have issues that, there's embarrassment, friends make fun of them, date rape. There's all kinds of stuff that happens. It's just not worth it.
Alcohol inhibits brain function, and because of that, people's decision making goes down while they're under the influence of alcohol. You have a lot of people who don't realize how much they consume, and that's where alcohol poisoning comes in. This is where people get sick. People are thrown up. We call it the spins. Sometimes is when you feel like the whole room is shaking or the whole room is spinning. It's very upsetting because this changes people's lives. It's either going to could end someone's life or other people, and it's going to change the outcome for their family, for their friends, and it's just sad all over in general. Until grown, you're still mature. And if you put these substances in your body while you're trying to develop, it can have adverse effects on you and how you mature and develop as a person.
Do we have any questions? We placed first in the state and 11th at national.